Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Masaki Takeuchi from Iba, Japan, same as Koshi. I'm going to show you about my presentation. The title is Water. Yeah, sometimes we need to say or keep water for ourselves. Change to next. I divided my presentation into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts of this, like this. And the first is role of water. The second is necessity of water. The third is human health and water. The fourth is water crisis. Last is how can we save water? So here we go. The first chapter is actually role of water. Our water exists on us. Of course, I have known already. Water has an important role in our lives. And water is a source of life, and of course myself, for everybody. It's a basic need for all living creatures. Like this, this picture make us to understand why the water is very important for us. I want to say the important point, 4 important points. The first is regulates your body temperature, because to maintain the body temperature, fever or not cold. So secondary is helps carry nutrients and oxygen to yourself, of course, to live your life. The third is helps convert food to energy. Of course, I have to maintain the energy to keep and move or talk and of course the work for work and so on. The last is this, help your body absorb nutrients. So, in the first chapter, I want to say water is very important for us and for our lives. Okay, the next to second chapter. Second is necessity of water. It's very difficult. Because around 71% on the earth is covered by water, but 97% of water exists as seawater. So fresh water is only 3%, and most of the fresh water exists as a glacier and on iceberg. Like Antarctica and Greenland occupy most of fresh water as the ice. We can only use water for drink from freshwater lake, river, and underground water. As a result, fresh water is less than 1% of the total volume. So we clearly know the lack of the water in the world. So next to third, and then the third is human health and water. I think in the third chapter, key word for human health is safe water. For example, if you drink unsanitary unsterilized water makes your immunity weak. So, but also you may come down with illness. So in worst case, illnesses makes others infect. Someone may die because of disease. So this picture makes you clear the differences between clear water or safe water and dirty water. So in this chapter, it is very important for us to choose or select clean or safe water for keeping your life and keeping your activity. Okay, next to force. But the force is water crisis. We have known the lack of water for drink in chapter 2 and 3. Water shortage has caused the following like this. The first is 1.1 billion of people can't get safe drinking. It's very difficult situation. Water scarcity in Africa, like this. Surplus of groundwater makes farming ground sterilized, like this. Or any other case, it can cause regional conflict, like this, by the lack of water resources. When I watch a TV or read the newspaper, Iran, Iraqi, and Syria is very, very difficult situation, and regional conflict has happened. I actually want to say in this chapter my final comment, but sorry for I have to go to final 5 chapter. Sorry, just the moment. Wait for just a moment. So I go to the last chapter. How can we save water? Very difficult thing. So first, if we can change seawater to fresh water, it's very simple imagination, but we can solve easily the water conflict. Yes, that's right, I think. But it is very difficult for us to recognize above the problem. So we need best energy and much cost to realize that solution. And many scientists try to realize this way, but it's now impossible to get the solution because we need less energy and much cost. So, any other way to supply advanced technology, storage devices in Africa and other countries are needed. Yeah, it's a real solution, solid way. But this is to need much money for solution. But my own company, Japan, tried to do and as ODA. Sorry, I forgot the full name of ODA, but I'm glad that Japan has tried to not to invest, to kindly give to the instruments or devices to Africa country. So it's very glad and it's very prideful. It's very prideful. For every person, in this sentence, we can simply cut down the usage of fortune. For example, turn off taps, fix leaking taps, take a bucket bath, use energy efficient technology, upgrade your equipment, and it's important. This is important. Recycle water. Of course, in this picture, I can try to do this way. Why do I choose this title? At first, my son asked me in my house, Papi, why don't you turn off the tap for our lives, for the earth? I was very surprised. I don't know. My son would say to me so. But his word is deep into my brain and my heart. And so, additionally, I want to say just back to water crisis. It's most important. This is most important thing. I think in the future, we will face the war for getting safe water. For example, I was very surprised because, for example, China is approaching the countryside of Japan for buying the foundation and water, especially water place, because China has little safe water for drinking. So they try to get early safe water for satisfying their people. Japanese government. Now Japanese government has no action, but I think Japanese government will preserve the right and place for drinking water for Japanese people and Japanese members. So it's very difficult, but it is important for us to do this these ways at least, and I want to see this world, and I want to see the smiling or laughing face around the world. But I'm not belonging to Greenpeace. I'm not belonging to Greenpeace. I'm Masaki Takeuchi from Japan. Thank you so much. And that is end of my presentation. Thank you for your listening and your time. Thank you so much.